Hello my friends, I'm Crater, your favourite storage container, and it's part 3 now, so you already know the drill. We kill zombies. Now, we are only on episode 3, and I'm already running out of zombie themed jokes centred around making you subscribe, so I'll just stop annoying you and let you watch the video. I begin the third day by putting the microphone on its stand, and once I turn on the radio, I instantly try to make contact with other survivors by impersonating ex-US President Obama. I forgot his last name, but you know, we all just know him as Obama, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Hello there, hello there, hello there, hello there. This is Obama, this is President Obama. My fellow Americans, this is President Obama.
I know, my impersonation really is uncanny. And to my surprise, no one falls for my trickery, so I instead decide to try a completely different approach, annoying them all by saying hello over and over again.
Hello. 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 Hello.
But no reaction still. So, instead I just said a random word, waterfall, and oh my god, how did that work? So a random Joe answers and he asks me what I said, so I insulted him for possibly being disabled, as that is the best way to make friends. Trust me, I'd know. Whenever I insult disabled people at school, the principal always calls me into his office. I guess he really just can't get enough of my great company. The man on the radio then claims to know who I am, which can only really mean one thing. He must be subscribed, so follow his example and subscribe today to make this the biggest channel on YouTube. We're already at 38 subscribers, so we're really close. So then me and this guy have a really long conversation that's mainly just waffle about him not trusting me and having information I could need that might possibly stop the virus. Pfft, who even cares about that anyway? So then some ravens make some noise and a lamp in the graveyard turns on. So then the guy I'm talking to gets scared and proceeds to shout at me and hang up. Just like the pizza place employee does whenever I try to order pineapple on pizza. So I go over there to see what all the commotion is and I find some drawings that try to lead me somewhere. And I refuse to believe that any of these are hand drawn, considering that I can't even draw a person without them looking like either a stick man or like a deformed sloth from the Goonies. So I need a key to get to the place with the lantern, so what I do is I head down into a crypt that was on one of the drawings. While down there I found two zombies who were conjoined twins for just a second.
Why are there two of them? There are two of them, like, smudged together.
Further down into the sewer I also find Remy from the hit Pixar movie Ratatouille, so I hand him the dead zombie that I just stabbed and tell him to cook me a Michelin star meal with it by the time I return.
Anyway, I'm expecting a good meal when I come back here, okay?
I also end up finding his brother Emile dead in the water of what I'm assuming was type 2 diabetes. I mean, just look at the size of him in that film. So as I emerge on the other side of the tunnel, I find a band, so I ask them to play Careless Whisper. But to my disappointment, no one had a saxophone, so I instead settle for a live cover of Hotline Bling. So I found the key that I needed as well as another safe, and in an effort to try and break in, I tried the two most likely codes, 6969 and 1234.
9, 6... You outsmarted me. Can I do a 4 please? Can I get a 4 please? You want to do everything except a 4. Get the 4! Alright. This safe sucks. Can't even press a 4. Can you believe it, man? Can you believe it?
So back down into the catacombs, I meet Ratatouille once again, but I don't see the rotten human flesh with a side of rotten human lung that I ordered earlier. So in my anger I stab him 16 times. But I guess Pixar must be making a sequel soon, because his plot armor still hasn't worn off.
He's too powerful for me.
So as I'm leaving the tunnel, I complain about how hot it is at the moment, and the fact that with a VR headset it doesn't really help. Like, oh, it's so boiling that I'm almost as hot as your mum right now. So I unlock the door that I needed, and in a tomb I find some intel that I'm gonna need, but we're gonna completely ignore all that, because we're doing that next time. Instead, what I end up doing is venturing back out into the shallows in search of the safe that I got the code for last video. Next to the blue mansion, I meet a woman who's starving and begging me for food, but it turns out my backpack is somehow still emptier than her stomach right now, and I have no food inside. So I enter the house, well, you know, of course after pummeling her with my fist, to search for some food for her.
I'm just gonna leave you now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
After finding some food, I exit the house for a quick recreation break where I climb down a slide because the developers didn't make it possible to slide down it. Like, I can't believe they spent so much time developing realistic and intuitive melee weapon mechanics, yet forgot about the actual important stuff. Time to leave a 1-star review on the Oculus Store. So upon searching the house some more for the safe, I decide to go under the floorboards, and I see a hole, so I peek up from it, and there's the safe in a room. So I unlock it and find stuff that I'm sure all you US viewers out there are going to be very jealous of. Lots of ammo and a new gun. I'm now expecting my citizenship within the next 2 weeks.
Kind of stock up on things. Ooh! What the hell? What the? Like 6 of them spawned there in the time I was in that room.
Once I found my treasure, I returned to the starving woman, and while I was in the house I found lots of great food including pinto beans, ramen and canned sardines. You know, perfect stuff to kindly give to someone who clearly needs it more than me. So, I very generously hand her a tasty bone dog biscuit. And I even kindly insist on offering her a second, since I did have 3 after all. But she runs off instead. How rude.
What? No, I just wanted to feed it to you. Please, lady. Oh. Okay, well, I guess.
Well, her loss.
More for me then, I guess.
I re-enter the Blue Mansion in order to loot some more.
Real food? Nah, I want the Twinkie.
And then, to make my escape from the house in style, I debate over whether or not I should risk my life to do a 360 on a zombie. And I don't even know why I'm wasting my time by wondering if it's worth risking my life for it, when I could be trick-shotting right now.
Alright. Well, I hit her leg, I think. I hurt myself, but I think I hit her leg.
On my way back to the raft, I found a book, so I decided to throw it at someone in an attempt to re-educate the population and encourage them to read instead of playing stupid video games, because we all know that video games obviously encourage violence. Anyway, he didn't seem interested in it, so I killed him. The next zombie I tried to kill, I threw my knife at, but to my astonishment, he saved himself by catching it even easier than African residents catch malaria.
Whoa! There's people here. They're shooting.
While I was dealing with that guy, I hear a nearby gunshot, so I head over there to check it out. But the lady tries to mug me.
Bullet wounds to contend with. Understand?
She's mugging me. You're actually mugging me.
So I put to action a cunning plan and lead a zombie over in order to distract her. And while she was shooting it, I shot her.
Hey, what's that? That's what you get for mugging me, bitch.
My master plan was a success, and that shows her for messing with me, despite probably only mugging me out of survival and not actually wanting to. Hey, but we're not all here to discuss ethics, are we? So right before I get on my raft to return home, I find a pair of Air Jordans on the floor, so I pick them up and add them to my shoe collection.
I don't have space in my bag though, so I'm just gonna put them in my boat and hope for the best. Yep, yeah, that's why they're called Air Jordans actually. It's the new model. Yeah, that's where they get the name from, Air Jordans. Yep.
You know, this game is really realistic, aside from the recycling mechanic. Not because you can just craft stuff out of the random crap you find there, but because that's something I'd never do in real life because global warming clearly isn't real. With my newfound materials, I craft myself a brand new shank, which is my signature weapon as an Englishman.
Hey, nice. Okay, crafted our first item. You know, I'll upgrade the gear station. Why not? I'm rich like that. I can do that.
Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all with the next video, which will be released at around the end of October, since tomorrow I'm going back to prison. I mean school. And so October's when my next holidays are. So subscribe if you enjoy, please, and like the video for more Walking Dead VR. Also, please share the video in order to somehow keep my channel alive in one way or another for the next month and a half. Alright, I'm going to school now.